Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to start our meeting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a proclamation to start, I believe.
Howard, will you be
Howard?
accepting?
Everybody's
I'm gonna
coming
let Mr.
forward.
Durr
Yeah.
and
Mr. Durr?
Don, you guys all wanna come
Yeah,
up? Come on.
I think that's, yes,
I got Don Shepard,
everybody.
Mr. Cooper, and Steve Foster, Transportation Supervisor for Veteran Services.
Okay. Good.
Nice to have support.
It is good. So I have a proclamation here for Chaplain Sunday, February 4th. Whereas the Clermont County Council of American Legion, as part of their Service to God and Country program, has requested the Board of County Commissioners assist them with this endeavor. And whereas February 4th, 2018, will mark the 75th anniversary of the sinking of the troop ship Dorchester by the enemy in the waters of the North Atlantic, and the 40th year that Clermont County Council of American Legion has honored the sinking of the Dorchester, which carried to their death 4 chaplains of 3 faiths, who stood united in prayer as the ship went down. And whereas it is fitting at this time, when freedom of the world is still in challenge, that the citizens of Clermont County should give special recognition to the memory of those who sacrificed their lives for the cause of freedom. And whereas the heroic deed of the 4 chaplains and their combined act of supreme devotion and sacrifice for American liberty, their love of mankind will be inspiring and shining example of the real brotherhood for all time, to all people of the world. And whereas we must all seek it that the ultimate act of devotion to the cause of human freedom and justice for shall not be made in vain. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of County Commissioners do hereby proclaim Sunday, February 4th, 2018 to be observed as 4 Chaplain Sunday, and call upon all citizens to commemorate the date with appropriate observations and prayers in their homes and houses of worship. And further, to that consideration be given to attending the special service to be planned and conducted by the American Legion to be held at the Owensville United Methodist Church, Highway 50, Batavia, Owensville, at 9:30 a.m. Signed to the Board of County Commissioners, Ed Humphrey, President, David Painter, Vice President, and David Ubel, Member. I'd like to present this to you.
Thank you very much.
You have words, and others may have words.
I do have a couple on this. This here is really close to my heart. I got a little on the history of it. We all like history. We started Poor Chaplain Sunday in Clermont County. It's 40 years ago. And I'll tell you how it happened. I was in a new post over in Amelia. We just started it, and we had our first set of new flags. And down in Hamlin County, they hold 4 chaplains at St. Boniface, the north side, every year. And we went down there, myself and Ron Ward, who is now deceased, but a lot knew Ron. Their family ran the Amelia Floor Shop for years. But me and Ron went down, was really impressed with the service and impressed with the 4 chaplains. And we came back to county council and told them where we were, what we seen, that we really liked it, and they said, "Great, you can be the chairperson."
Take care of that.
So I've worked on it quite a bit over the years. We've had a lot of other good chairpersons also, but we've had it there, and the 4 chaplains. I thank Lord that I live in a county like Clermont. Something like this can happen in the county commissioners meeting. We are lucky. You don't know how lucky you are. I go around, and you can't even say 4 chaplains in some places hardly, so, at a meeting, so. We are lucky people to be that, and I would like to thank our commissioners for taking the time out and issuing a proclamation to the American Legion Clermont County Council for our annual 4 Chaplain Sunday. Other than that, that's all I have to say.
Anyone else
Thank
have
you.
anything they'd like to say? Okay. Thank you very much. If you'll step out front here, we'll do a picture.
You get right there.
Me and my wife was a kid. We picked up the little Don,
You want to slide this way a little
he
bit?
picked up everything.
Snuggle up.
Tuck your shoulders in behind the guy next to you, and that way we all get a little tighter.
That's great. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then flash. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you.
And by the way, that's 10 o'clock on Sunday at the Methodist Church in Owensville.
I had 9:30 in that proclamation.
Is it 9:30? Maybe.
It's 10, it's gonna be 10.
It's 10? Okay.
It's gonna be 10.
It's 10 o'clock.
Sometimes I get
Got it right.
late.
He started at other services.
Right.
Good old chaplains at 10, okay.
I'm gonna stay here.
I already talked to Gary about it. Hey, Howard.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hang on to it.
Yeah, I'll be there Sunday.
Okay, we do.
Stay here and see what's going on.
Minutes.
Yep. David Ubel's not available to be with us today. He's on vacation out of town. So I think the next is approval of the session minutes of January 24th. Do we have a motion? I know that we've had a chance to review those.
I've reviewed them and found them acceptable. I move that we accept the minutes of January 24th, 2018.
Second?
Mr. Painter.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye. And the consent agenda was provided to us on Friday via email. And are there any items that we need to pull from the consent agenda for further consideration? Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as prepared.
I've reviewed the consent agenda, and I reviewed it this morning again. There have been no changes since Friday, and therefore I move that I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
Second?
Mr. Painter.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye. And we skip to page 6, item 13, after the consent agenda. There's a recommendation to pay our bills. Resolution 15-18 in the amount of $4,099,255.88. Is there a motion to pay our bills as outlined in item 13?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Painter.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye. Item 14.
Morning.
Morning, Lyle.
Morning.
Lyle Bloom, Director with the Clermont County Water Resources Department, and item 14 is a recommendation to award the bid for project number 6402-60106 relative to the Bethel Area Sewer Replacement Project located within the Village of Bethel. And this is pursuant to the plans and specifications to Howe Contractors out of Fort Wright, Kentucky, for the lowest and best bid received on December 7th, 2017, for a total amount not to exceed $1,528,152, and to execute the contract relative thereto pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions set forth therein and award of bid therefore, and this is contingent upon the release of the required purchase order. So this is for replacement of approximately 5,600 feet of existing sanitary sewer that was installed in 1941. We'll be replacing it with 12-inch, 15-inch, and 18-inch sewers. We're putting in bigger pipe, bigger and newer pipe.
Okay. Do we have a motion to award the bid for project number 6402-60106 60106, as outlined in item 14.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Painter.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye. Item 15. Oh, my goodness.
Pam Haverkos with the Clermont County Emergency Management Agency, and item number 15 is a recommendation of Thomas J. Eigel, Interim County Administrator, to authorize the submittal of the Integrated Public Alert and Warning System Memorandum of Agreement application to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, a division of the Department of Homeland Security, for access to iPaws Open for the provision of providing a mass notification capability for the citizens of Clermont County and subsequent thereto, to authorize Pam Haverkos, Director of the Clermont County Emergency Management Agency, the individual and primary point of contact designated therein, to sign the memorandum of agreement on behalf of Clermont County Emergency Management Agency, which will become the sponsoring eligible organization, therefore pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions set forth therein. So we are in the process of trying to acquire a non-traditional mass notification system, which would give us access to alert the public through a variety of means, using the FEMA's Integrated Public Alert and Warning System, which is an integrator. So in the future, you'll actually see a contract coming through for an actual vendor who will give us that technology platform to be able to use FEMA IPAWS platform. So really what we're asking for right now is the authorization to submit the application, and then they'll send us the MOA back, and then we'll sign off on it. And it just starts the process. This is one step of many steps to get us to have access to this.
And the ultimate forms of notification will be?
So what it'll allow us to do is through the dispatch centers, they would be able to post messages. And the primary means would be allow us access to do a wireless emergency alert, which would allow us to ping cell phone towers and notify public that might be in that area where we have an emergency. But it also will allow us to send messages directly to our emergency alert system, social media feeds. If we have it set up, it could actually go to like signage that we might have.
Okay.
So there's a variety of different platforms that it will actually go out through. It'll go out through the same way that the Amber Alert goes out,
Okay.
or when the National Weather Service has a tornado warning or a flood warning, that we get those messages. But again, there are numerous steps. We'll have to actually set up some protocols on when and how it can be used, because it's regulated through the the FCC, so.
Good. Another way to alert our citizens of problems. Do we have a motion to submit the IPAWS Memorandum of Agreement application as contained in item 15?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Painter.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye. Item 16.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Morning. Craig Reisner, Clermont County Engineer's Office. Item number 16, recommendation of Patrick J. Munger, County Engineer, with the concurrence of Thomas J. Eigel, Interim County Administrator, to execute record plat number 6293028 for the following subdivision in Miami Township, and to further execute performance maintenance bond as well as performance bond for sidewalks. This is for Pine Bluffs subdivision, Section 2B, performance bond $33,000 and performance bond for sidewalks $38,840. $38,640. Should I put my glasses on?
Do we have a motion to execute the record plat and to execute performance and maintenance bond as contained in item 16?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Painter.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye. 17.
Item 17 is recommendation of Patrick J. Munger, County Engineer, with the concurrence of Thomas J. Eigel, Interim County Administrator, to execute record plat number 6293029 for the replat of a lot in the following subdivision located in Union Township. It's Hoderline subdivision, replat of lot number 11, and this is to create a permanent highway easement and a permanent sewer easement.
Okay. Do we have a motion to execute the record plat as contained in item 17?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Painter.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye. Item 18.
Item 18 is a recommendation of Patrick J. Munger, County Engineer, with the concurrence of Thomas J. Eigel, Interim County Administrator, to execute record plat number 6293030 for the following subdivision located in Batavia and Union Township, and to further execute a performance and maintenance bond as well as a performance bond for sidewalks. To Strolla Subdivision Phase 2, Batavia and Union Townships. The performance bond is for $16,000, and the performance bond for sidewalks is for $16,840.
Okay, do we have a motion to execute the record plat and further to execute the performance and maintenance bond as contained in 18?
So moved.
Second?
Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye. 19. We're on a roll.
We are.
Two more. 19 is a recommendation of Patrick J. Munger, County Engineer, with the concurrence of Thomas J. Eigel, Interim County Administrator, to execute record plat number 6293031 for the following subdivision in Batavia Township, and to further execute performance maintenance bond as well as the performance bond for sidewalks. It's Forest Glen Subdivision, Section 3. The performance bond is $27,000. The performance bond for sidewalks is $30,320.
Do we have a motion to accept the record plat and execute the performance and maintenance bond as contained in item 19?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye. Item 20.
Item 20 is recommendation of Patrick J. Munger, County Engineer, concurrence of Thomas J. Eigel, Interim County Administrator, to execute record plat number 6293032 for the following subdivision in Batavia Township, to further execute the performance maintenance bond as well as a performance bond for sidewalks. It's Glenwood Trails Subdivision, Section 3A. The performance bond is $34,000. The performance bond for sidewalks is $37,960.
Okay. Do we have a motion to execute the record plat and to execute the performance and maintenance bond as contained in item 20?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. 21.
Thanks, Greg.
Hi, I'm Diana Owens. I'm with Clermont County Common Pleas Adult Probation. I'm here for the recommendation to execute a contract of professional services by and between the Board of Commissioners and Brightview LLC for medicated assisted treatment services in accordance with the scope of services more fully described in Exhibit A, attached thereto and made part of thereof in the amount of $136,800 in the effective for the period of January 2nd, 2018 through June 30th, 2019, pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions set forth within and contingent upon the release of the required purchase order. We are going to be using grant funds that we received to help our opiate offenders receive the treatment that they need, that they can't otherwise pay for due to insurance.
Very good program. Thank you.
New vendor.
Do we have a motion to execute the contract for professional services as contained in item 21?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye. 22.
Item 22 is a recommendation to adopt Resolution 16-18, resolving to extend the period for filing an application for K-9 registration and payment of that registration fee without a penalty from January 31st, 2018 to February 28th, 2018, and to direct the board to serve a certified copy of the said resolution to the Clermont County Auditor, notifying the auditor of the said extension and requesting that all satellite offices that have been authorized to collect the registration fees be notified by the auditor of the extended date for filing and the payment of the fees. This is pursuant to 95501A1 and B of the Ohio Revised Code. This was requested by our new Humane Society group. They, in a act of goodwill, they're trying to get publicized the dog tag period, and they would like to do some more outreach to the community to remind them that it's time to get your dog tags. So they asked for 1 year. We did this a while ago. We extended it for 2 months, probably 7 years ago. So,
Yeah, I was here, so
yeah,
it was
yeah.
sometime in the last 8 years.
And with that said, big thank you goes out to the auditor's office too, because, they put forth the people, downstairs to extend that period and to make sure that those payments can be collected and those tags be issued. So I think it's, it's a very noble request, and it's very noble that they step up to make those kind of things happen. We appreciate them and all the work they do.
And I think they've expanded the number of places you can buy dog tags now compared to what we had before.
I believe that's correct, isn't it?
We've been going out in public and
Okay.
on Saturdays, and we want to continue to do that through February. And, just make it to where we're educating people the reason that they need their dog tag, and then instead of going, and by the way, there's a $16.75 fee for doing it this month, we just want to be able to offer that goodwill while we're trying to educate people.
We were glad you're here to support this.
Thank you.
Do we have a motion to adopt the resolution as contained in item 22?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Painter?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. 23.
23 is our financials. We have one this week. It is a supplemental appropriation to the Soil and Water District Fund in their other expenses of $51,673. This amount was actually appropriated last year, but the project was delayed, so it was not put under contract. They plan to have that done this year, so we're reappropriating this year.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the supplemental appropriation?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Painter?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. Let's see. I believe it's time for public comment, is that correct? Okay. We have reached the public participation section of the agenda. Is anyone in the audience that would like to address the board? Okay. If not, then we will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Painter?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. That concludes our business for today. Thanks for joining us, and God bless.